They say some mysteries don't begin with a question, but with a whisper. And in the scorching cliffs of Mali's Bandiagara Plateau, that whisper became a storm when outsiders claimed the Dogon people knew secrets about the stars, secrets no one on Earth should have known in the 1930s. It began with two French anthropologists, dust on their boots and notebooks trembling in their hands, sitting beneath a baobab tree as Dogon elders spoke of a star called Po Tolo. A star so dense, so small and so heavy that it defied imagination. The elders said it circled Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, and that it completed its orbit every 50 years. The anthropologists froze, because Western astronomers had only recently discovered that Sirius indeed had a faint hidden companion, Sirius B, a white dwarf invisible to the naked eye. How could they know? The startled researchers asked. Who told them? And the world erupted. Astrophysicists dismissed the claims immediately. Impossible, they said. Knowledge like that requires telescopes, equations, mathematics, not oral tradition. But anthropologists fired back. Then explain it. Explain how a remote community described a modern astronomical discovery with uncanny accuracy. For decades, the debate spiraled like Sirius's own orbit. Some insisted the Dogon possessed ancient, preserved knowledge from forgotten observers, travelers, scholars, or perhaps civilizations long vanished. Others whispered theories that pushed far beyond Earth, ideas the Dogon themselves never claimed, but which storytellers eagerly amplified. Meanwhile, back on the plateau, a Dogon elder named Amani stood at the edge of a cliff at dusk, watching Sirius rise. To him, the arguments of academics felt distant, almost irrelevant. What outsiders called data, he called story. What they labelled mystery, he saw as heritage. Songs, symbols, festivals, and teachings passed from ancestor to ancestor, like glowing embers carried through generations. Yet even Amani felt the weight of the world's fascination. During one festival night, as drums echoed across the sandstone and dancers traced patterns reflecting the heavens, he leaned toward a visiting researcher and said, "You listen only for the parts you recognize, but our stories are not puzzles, they are memories." Still, mysteries persisted. Why did certain Dogon diagrams resemble orbital paths? How did their symbolism align so closely with modern astronomy? Were the similarities coincidence? Interpretation? Influence from earlier contact with Western scientists? Or something older, deeper, harder to categorize? The truth, much like the faint shine of Sirius B, remained elusive. But maybe in the end the real story wasn't about who was right. Maybe it was about the way knowledge travels. Through science, through story, through wonder. And how sometimes, when those worlds collide, we're reminded that the universe is far larger and far stranger than any one explanation can contain. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow.